Hey, what's up, everybody, man? So, with training camp a few weeks away, I want to come here and talk to you all about the quarterback room as we prepare to witness a four-way quarterback battle between Shedeur Sanders, Dillon Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, and Joe Flacco. All right, so first things first, let's cut the bullshit. I'm going to be 100 with y'all. Joe Flacco is not truly a part of the quarterback competition. I get it. You know, they brought Joe Flacco here because he's a veteran that has already proven that he can run Kevin Stefanski's system. He's a veteran that's won at the highest level. Even though he's on the back end of his career, he can still make some good reads, good throws, and win you a few games. But when you're looking at the Browns, I'm not saying the Browns can't shock the world and make the playoffs because I know we have a lot of talent on this team. I know this team top to bottom. I know that if everything goes right, or majority goes right, we can compete. But the odds of that is low, and even if we do compete for a wild card spot, we're not, and I mean we're not winning the Super Bowl this year. We don't have a chance. So with that being said, what do you gain from throwing a 40-year-old Joe Flacco on the field week one as your starting quarterback? What do you gain from that? You don't gain anything long-term at all. So why do that when you can start one of the younger options on the team? You have three quarterbacks that are younger with untapped potential. You know what Joe Flacco gonna give you, but you don't know yet what these guys can give. You kind of got a sense of what Kenny can do, but Kenny still is only going into his fourth year, so he technically has untapped potential. So if they want to go the veteran route, they're gonna go Kenny Pickett. I'm gonna just be 100, but Joe Flacco, he's just here keeping his arm fresh. He's just vibing out. And he's already now in the program. He already came out and said he's not trying to be no mentor. He thinks he's still a starter, which is crazy. At some point, you have to be realistic with yourself. You are not a starting quarterback in the league. You can fill in, don't get me wrong, but you're not a starting quarterback in the league. So it's crazy that he's acting like he can't be a mentor to the young bucks. This is the stage of your career that you're at. Even Aaron Rodgers is mentoring motherfuckers. You feel me? Be realistic with yourself. It's over with. You can start some games, but your franchise starting days are over, dog. So the fact that he's not on the program, he deserves to get cut just off that. Which narrows it down to a true three-man competition between Shedeur, Kenny Pickett, and Dillon Gabriel. And for real, let's just keep it a little bit more real. Shedeur Sanders is not going to start week one. I know this is the fans' guy. Everybody wants Shedeur to start. We all like Shedeur. We all prefer Shedeur to start week one. But y'all got to understand who y'all dealing with. First off, all this shit is politics. He dropped to the 5th round for a reason. They're not going to just let him come in and take they're not going to let him come in and take the spot. It's not going to happen. They're going to make that man work. Even though he's putting in work, they go make him work, or shall I say wait. Or really, I can say both. They're going to make him work and wait to get an opportunity to start. Rather it's later in the season, next year, or the very last game. It could be some shit like that. But he's going to be the last man out of these three to touch the field and start. That's just how it's going to go. I'm sorry to break the news to you, though. But that's how it's going to go. They're not going to start him. He's only getting 13 reps in the OTAs. So, I mean, he didn't even crack a first-team rep in OTAs. They let you know up front, regardless of what they say, how they want this shit to go. Which narrows it down really to two men, Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel, they drafted Dillon Gabriel. This is their hand-picked guy in the draft. So they are going to try to prep him up to be a starter, which is why he got the majority of the first-team reps out of everybody. You feel me? I don't care what they talking about. That's just what it is. They are going to try to prep him up. And to get back to what I really was saying, because honestly I forgot. But y'all got to remember who y'all are dealing with, man. Y'all are dealing with a stubborn organization. They've shown time after time that they are stubborn. Even though they need to do this, they're going to do what they want to do. That's just what it is. Myles Garrett told them bring back Nick Chubb. They did what they wanted to do. K. York was thinking it up. Instead of cutting them, they did what they wanted to do. Then they brought him back for the practice squad. They really be trying to make dudes the guy. So with this being a stubborn organization, with them picking Dillon Gabriel over Shedeur, trust and believe Dillon's touching that field before Shedeur, even if he doesn't deserve it. That's just what it's going to be. So, yeah, the way the competition's really going, Flacco is really not competing. Shedeur, he's a extreme long shot to win a starting job. The competition really lies between Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel. They're going to try to get Dillon Gabriel ready to start. He's probably not going to be ready, so it's going to be extended. So they're going to end up probably throwing Kenny Pickett out there because he is the veteran with untapped potential. He already has experience as a starter in Pittsburgh. Even though I don't think he's good, he is an upgrade from motherfucking DTR. DTR, I knew when DTR touched the field, I knew he was trash. I tried to keep it cool because everybody was talking about he only had this amount of time to prepare. Look, fuck that. He shouldn't have been that bad, and he consistently proved in starts in the regular season that he was trash. So I already knew he was trash. He needs to start saving his money, getting some stock folders, all that, because your time in the league ain't too long if you keep playing like that. You know, you already got traded from your original drafted team, and you was just here to be a backup, you know? So that's already not good for you. That's not a good sign, dog. So, yeah, Kenny Pickett, you know, he's had some good moments in the league, but the thing about Kenny Pickett, he would be in the offense, or he is a part of a team that is conservative. This is a conservative offense. They don't take a lot of deep shots. They really like to do a lot of running and play action and throwing the ball to tight ends and shit. So it's a lot of simple, basic stuff. So I can see Kevin Stefanski throwing him out there and letting him be the game manager. And I think he can have some success as a game manager. But I don't think Kenny Pickett is going to have some type of Sam Darnold type of season to where he goes from being a scrub backup to being a dog. I don't see that in Kenny Pickett. But they're going to give him the chance if Dillon Gabriel's not ready, which he probably won't. So they go throw him out there, and it's either he's going to have a Sam Darnold run or he's going to have your typical bridge quarterback run. Then they're going to bring in Dillon Gabriel. And Dillon Gabriel, he's either going to, you know, solidify that spot, or he's going to play shitty and they go bring up Shador. But that's how the competition's truly going to go. Joe Flacco, the only way I could see him being the week 1 starter is if they, Kenny Pickett gets hurt. Then that'll be another solidified veteran that can, you know, step in until Dillon Gabriel is ready. But other than that, Dillon Gabriel or Kenny Pickett is going to start week 1, and that's just how it's going to go. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I know everybody wants Shedeur Sanders to start. I prefer Shedeur Sanders, but I for sure know that it's going to be Kenny Pickett for sure week 1, if not Dillon Gabriel. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. And I got some more content coming soon.